Everyone, welcome back to Team Dolphin YGO. Today we have a very, very special emphasis on special deck profile here, piloted by Matt from this was taken to a 50-man card brawlers locals, correct?
Yep, 9
Up here in
rounds.
Canada. That's awesome. You want to tell us what inspired you to make this list?
Yeah, so I am playing pure Numerons, which Farfa popularized as Yup Double, is what he calls it. So what inspired me is our good friend Justin, who, when everyone was playing
Hmm.
Numerons to turbo out Zexal, he was playing Numerons to OTK.
All right, so let's just get into it. Right away, we can tell that you have the best normal summon in the
I was
game.
literally gonna say, so the best normal summon in the game, Planet Pathfinder, it searches you a field spell, and I'm just gonna kind of dumb down the deck for you guys. So like you're gonna notice it's a 40 card deck, and 10 cards get to network. So Planet Pathfinder is one of them. We have 3 wall, that's gonna get you to network. You have terraforming, obviously, and then 3 network. So you have to play these. You need the consistency because if you do not see network, you literally cannot win. You can't do anything. You need to see this card, or your deck doesn't do anything. And then I played 3 calling, so you have to play calling obviously for network. But the reason I play 3, you're gonna see soon, is because of desires. So again, that's the whole Numeron package. So now the rest of the deck is just it's just bullshit, guys. The rest of the deck is
It's
just
just
bait. So you're gonna notice
just
it,
board
okay?
breaking power.
So we have 3 ash. Even though this doesn't break boards, it kind of stop boards. You need this for some of the stuff like Drytrons and Virtual World, where it's one of the few decks where you might actually not be able to deal with their end board because VFD is oppressive. Gamma, because it's so free, you are literally never controlling a monster until you have your 4 network, your 4 guys on board. So like Gamma's always live, and what people don't know is you could go like network, activate effect, pitch calling. If they try to ogre you, you can actually chain Gamma because like you still control no monsters. So Gamma's gonna special. You put like Gamma driver, and then your 4 monsters go like 3 monsters go here, and then 1 monster goes in the extra monster zone. So that
That's
does work.
incredibly strong.
1 Pankratops, it's bait. You just special. You pop either back row or monster. That's why it's good. It's versatile. You can pop a back row too. Um, bullshit. Like it's nothing more you could say about that. If they have literally 2 monster negates, you just slap this. You get it's a 2 for 1.
Now, I happen happened to notice a very special one of there, the normal spell that sends an extra deck monster to grave. What inspired you to play that?
Yeah. So I'm actually gonna get into that soon. I am not at that yet, but you're gonna see this
Oh,
soon.
I'm so sorry.
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So I mean, I'm pretty much there next because the kaiju's do the same thing as lava golem. They're there for exact same reason, and it doesn't matter what kaiju's you play. You just play the lowest attacks to decrease the amount of damage you're gonna take when you swing.
Has it ever happened where you had Pathfinder and Lava Golem and you had to choose between one of your two loves?
It hasn't it hasn't contradicted yet. In theory, it can, but it hasn't happened. And like based on how the deck opens, you could just open droplets, and you don't even have to lava golem. Like lava golem could literally just be pitch that's cost for droplets. So yeah, this is what you're asking about. So the reason I play this is because it's like Pankratops, where it's just a generic removal. So you pay 4K, it doesn't matter because the point is you're trying to kill them. Life points don't matter. You pitch Entis, which you're gonna see I play later. And then again, Entis either pops a monster or a back row, so it's really versatile for just baiting something.
Yeah, powerful spell and trap removal as well.
Yeah, so this is too good for the deck not to play. You have to play 3 droplets. If you have your monsters on board, if something's clogging, you literally can just go droplets, get rid of your board, negate their board. It has the attack. It does everything the deck needs to do. It's like it feels like droplets was made for this deck.
And just a quick note, I remember this came up where about Numeron Wall, where it looks like it's contradictory with its own archetype. Do you mind this explaining that and as to why droplets is even better in this deck?
Right, right. Okay, so if you have network and wall, you're just clogged. You can't do anything. You can't activate wall's effect, and you can't use network's effect because you control a monster. So that's where droplets really comes in clutch to get rid of it.
Thank God.
So you're gonna notice we don't have that much spell trap removal, so you need this. This is just blowout. If you see this against a back row deck, you probably just win. Yeah,
Did
so
limiter removal come in clutch this tournament?
so I'm playing 2 limiter removals actually instead of 3. So it did come in clutch. You'll sometimes when people try to be smart or they'll brick, they'll actually just like summon nothing, and that's where limiter comes in because you summon 4, and this makes it exactly 8k. But it also comes up when they just have too many monsters on board because it means you can save your last swing for their monster in attack position. And instead of 8k on like some monster, which wouldn't be game, right? It'll be less than 8k. You chain limiter, and it makes it 16,000, which is usually going to be like just a one shot. And the reason you play 2 instead of 3 is because it is one of the cards where it only does something once the rest of your stuff resolves. You don't want to focus on, like, network is going to get negated. You need to bait stuff so network resolves. The same reason you don't play Memories of Hope, because that relies on network already resolving, and you need cards to make sure network resolves in the first place. So 3 desires, I mentioned that before, it's just consistency. You're playing 10 cards to get to network. This helps you get there. It also baits Ash, and it also gets you to the bullshit. And finally, the last card, Mystic Mine, because you have 4 cards that search it, and it is a bait. You're not even using this to stall out the win. You just activate it so they negate it, so that network goes through.
But funny enough, you can actually win with that as well.
You could actually win Mystic Mine. I've definitely won games against like Drytrons where they just don't have an out, so you just activate Mystic Mine, and game 1 you win because they don't have the out for it. So I'll go extra deck because it's pretty easy. You play each of the numbers twice. So let me just get these out here. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you play each of the numbers twice. You could play it 3 times, but like the rest of the extra deck is kind of relevant. Like you'll be surprised about how many things besides the Numeron gates that you actually go into. And usually if you haven't killed them after summoning these things 2 times, you've probably lost the game. So you just need 2 of each. You play the one guy who banishes the board. This could come in when maybe you can't kill them. So maybe to like, save yourself from the beer or something, you just go into this and you just blow up the whole board or something. And if you can't kill them, this could actually win you the game because when it comes back, it burns. Zexal, funny enough, people don't want me to go first because they're scared of this card. But this card is, how do I say this? This card's like Mystic Mining yourself. This card's only good against really good combo decks where you are forced to go first against them. So you Zexal, you just sit on this thing until you have like droplets. And honestly, if this gets banned, which it really might, this card should be banned, this deck still works. You do not need Zexal to play this deck. So you play Omega just because if you do have to Gamma on your turn, you could go into Omega to clear monsters on your board. You don't have to rely on having droplets. You just make this, you snipe a card out of their hand, and your zones are cleared. Link Karibo in case you go against dinosaurs who give you a Lost World token. Other links, Saryuja, because if you're forced to go first, you can actually summon 4. Instead of making Zexal, you actually just make Saryuja, you draw 4 cards, you put back 3, and the point is to just draw into your hand traps. So you draw into Ash, you draw into Droplets, you draw into like Forbidden Chalice and shit. So it's just to draw into cards that survive, that let you survive, and then you win next turn. And then Mega-Clops, because some decks just can't out this. And then the very last card is what I showed before, which is Entis, in case you go against Maximus, or if it's for extra foolish burial goods.
Quick note on Mega-Clops, you could also pump it with limiter removal.
Yes, you can. All right, so we'll finish this off with the good old side deck. So first and foremost, Artifact Lancia. This is for a lot of stupid decks right now, like Virtual World. It also stops dinos. Dinos aren't really going first, but like you still want them because they'll make you go first. So if you pass turn on nothing, again, this is one of the cards you either want to draw with Saryuja or something. You just activate it, they're going to end their turn, and next turn you could kill them. So that's why I'm going to show you Droll. Droll is literally just for Drytrons. I don't think I'd side this in against anything else. I'm sure there are other decks that search a lot. If they do, obviously, you side and Droll against, but this is literally just for Drytrons. 2 Chalice. This was in case, because you notice I'm not playing Imperm because it's not very good this format. I just kind of have droplets that are blanket negates, right? So in the case with Chalice, if I'm going against Virtual World, I actually put this in, because if they end on VFD plus the trap, it means if I open up something like Chalice and droplets, I can actually negate VFD even if they like pop it with their own trap, right? So one Call by the Grave in case I think they're on Ogre. It's also really good against Drytrons because it'll negate the orange light. And I guess you could play against like Orcus too if you happen to go against Orcus in 2021. And then the last cards in the side deck are all Spell Trap 8. So Hatronade, Twin Twister, Cosmic Reboot. So if you're going against Eldlich, if you're going against like Geist, Guru, anything that, or Trap Tricks, anything that's literally pure traps where Droplets does nothing, Kaijus don't really do anything, you side all that out, you put these in. And that is the deck, guys. That is Yep Double.
Oh, this is inspiring. I think I might pick up the deck myself.
So I guess to finish off the video, I'd just like to shout out Card Brawlers for hosting this huge tournament. If you aren't aware of them, please check them out at cardbrawlers.com. But no, finally I'd like to shout out Team Dolphin Yu-Gi-Oh! Obviously it's like my team, and we had a lot of fun playtesting with this. So I wouldn't be playing this if I hadn't got to frustrate them with this deck.
I wouldn't lie to your viewers like that. I'm pretty sure only one person was having fun playing this deck.